How you going? Welcome to Jason Harris Training, or JH Training, whatever way you want to go. Now today we're going to do a test called the JH Fit Test. What this is to give you a measuring stick, a guide of where your fitness is at and where you might want to get it to. It's like a measuring stick you can come back to once a month, once every 2 months, whatever you feel. Now, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to do the full test. I will edit the video so you don't have to watch me do the whole lot, but you will see most of it in there. I'm going to show you the standards of what you have to do. This is very important. So when you redo the test, you have to do the exact same standard. If you don't, then you can't truly measure what you did it against, because you might go faster, you might not go as low. Whatever the variation is, it's not an accurate test. So it's very important we do it correct. First one we're going to do is a shuttle run test. Now, you can do a version of this called a beep test, where you run it to a time, but to make it simpler for everyone out there that may not have the app, we're going to do it over a distance and a time. So you are going to get a measure of trying to do a minimum of 10 meters. So 10 large steps in this yard here. I have 10 meters up, 10 meters back. If you have more or slightly less, it's okay, but the main thing is next time you do that exact amount again. Now with the shuttle run test, I'm not going to demonstrate how to run. The main thing is you're not allowed to push off anything, you're not allowed to use a step. You have to turn and run, and you have to go right to each end. So it's not to a cadence, it's to a time. Now it is 5 minutes. The reason we do 5 minutes is if you do too short a time, a lot of people can sprint for a couple of minutes. Even though they'll be tired, they can get maximum out. We want 5 minutes because we want to get you to have to run to a plan and stick to it. If you go too fast, you're going to get tired, you're not going to last. So it's going to have to teach you how to maintain your speed, maintain your endurance and stamina, so you can keep going for those 5 minutes. It's going to teach you some skills also. It's going to assess your fitness. So 5 minutes is a good time period to, I believe, have an accurate measurement of how good your cardiovascular fitness is. We are going to do a push-up test. The push-up test is for maximum consecutive push-ups to a certain standard. I'm going to show you all these standards. A sit-up test to the same, to a standard. And then if you lose the standard, you have to stop the test. And then as a squat test, the squat test is for 2 minutes. As many squats as you can do for 2 minutes. We're not going to do it to a set cadence, a metronome. We're just going to do maximum, provided you do the same standard. So let's get to the test. The shuttle run, I've explained. The push-up, whether you do them on your knees or full, which is off your knees, is up to you. The main thing is you can't change. You have to choose which way you're doing it. You can't change halfway through the test. So I'll demonstrate both. If you're doing them on your knees, hands directly with our legs flat, our shoulders stacked directly over our hands. Now we have to bend to 90 degrees with the arms to full extension. No resting your hips on the ground or resting on the ground with your chest. This is our standard from here. So when I go down, there's no part of me resting on the ground. I'm down to that 90-degree bend and up. You can go lower than 90 degrees, but you've only got to go the 90 degrees. The full push-up from here, exactly the same, but in full push-up position, 90 degrees and up. Like so. Now the resting periods. You cannot rest at the top of each movement for any longer than 1 second. So when you come up, 1, and you have to go again. If you are resting longer than that, you have to stop. Otherwise you can last too long. It's not an accurate test. The sit-up standard is a military sit-up. Feet are flat, hands on legs. You are not allowed to do this. Your head has to start on the ground, arms on the legs. You are not allowed to bend and flick to come up. You have to have your feet flat, wrists to knees, head on the ground, up and down. Like so. Now, with the sit-ups, you have to pause at the bottom. You have to put the head to the ground before you come up again. You cannot use momentum. You have to go head to the ground and then come up. The stricter way to do it would be with a metronome every 3 seconds, but we're going to do it where I'm going to trust you. Pause and then come up. From there, we have our squat test, which is a 2-minute test. Your squatting standard. from here down to 90. You don't have to go down here, 90 degrees. Remember, your shins are slightly forward. So 90 is not here, that's more than 90 because I've got a slight shin bend. 90 degrees and full extension. Nothing less. 2 minutes on your clock. As many as you can do in 2 minutes. I want you to count every exercise with your numbers, and then you get a total at the end. So you've got individual numbers for each exercise, and then we add it as a total. So when you retest, your goal is to improve your individual numbers and improve your total. So it gives you a bit of a measuring stick. So by doing this, we're measuring your cardiovascular, your pushing strength, your core strength, and your lower body strength. In one test, we can only do so many things. Obviously, there's more things we can test. Pulling and different things, jumping, lots of different things. But this is a basic guide to give you guys a start. So you've got a measuring stick of where to go from here and hopefully improve. So I'm going to begin the test. And like I said, I'll edit some out so you don't watch the full thing. I promise I won't cheat. And then you'll have something to go by as I do the test. So, and I'll put little clips in there of me doing it. Let's see how I go. Woo, there we go. 72 on the shuttle run. Up and back. Total 72. 1, 2, 3, 4. No partial laps count. Full laps only. But you're not allowed to have any more rest than 1 minute between drills. 1 minute. And that's it. This is a fit test. You got to see where you're at overall, your recovery, the whole lot. 1 minute rest. Write your time down, your distance, how many you do. 15 seconds, maximum push-ups. Remember your standard of push-up. Don't go too fast. You'll burn out. Woo. Been a long time since I've did that. Woo. And with you guys watching, that put the pressure on me. 40. Now, okay. Let's go with the sit-ups, huh? I don't feel very good about these. All you've got to get to is wrist to knee. You don't have to pause. You just got to get your wrist to your knee and no further. Only to your knee. Further's not a count. And here, now you're allowed 3 attempts. So if you get it wrong 3 times, it's over. You can fail 1, you can fail 2. The 3rd time, it's over. Don't go too fast. Oh, fail. 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 Oh. I got more than I thought. Hey, social media is full of too much lies. At least I'm honest. 28. I have things to work on too. Be nice to me. Last exercise, squats. 2 minutes of squatting. Maximum squats with full technique. Woo! 84. Oh, probably could have gone a little bit harder. That's where you got to learn to pace yourself. There's your total numbers, and then you have a subtotal, which is all individual, and a total, we go down here. So your goal when you redo this is to beat those numbers individually and accumulatively. Look at your weaknesses. Mine was a sit-up. You'll see me do it again, and I'll beat that sit-up. Good way to expose yourself, all body weight, don't need any equipment. I want to see you guys do this. Anyone who subscribed to the newsletters, we will remind you that's fit test time, end of the month. Those who want to join in. Have fun with this one. This is a good overall measure of your cardiovascular, your push strength, your core strength, and your lower body strength. Have fun with this one and show me your results. Video, tag me, let me know how you guys go with this one. See ya.